Have you ever felt that the more you know, the more curious you become? That the more differently you see the world, the more isolated you feel? You're not alone. The truth is, people often don't recognize their own intelligence, not because they're wrong, but because the more you learn, the more you realize how much you don't know. Genius isn't about memorizing facts. As Albert Einstein said, imagination is often more powerful than knowledge. History proves it. Nikola Tesla, one of the greatest minds in electrical engineering, dropped out of college and never graduated. Yet, his imagination led to breakthroughs, most notably the AC system that powers our modern world today. Does genius really come from years of schooling, or is it something deeper? Maybe it's not about how much we learn, but how we interpret the world, how we question, adapt, and see what others overlook. If knowledge fills the mind, perhaps genius is what reshapes it. But how does genius truly form? Is it something we build, or does it come naturally? Let's dive deeper into the nature of true genius. Beyond the illusion. Have you ever known someone who, no matter how hard they try, can never seem to succeed? They put in the effort, chase opportunities, yet always fall short. But what if their failure isn't just about effort or luck, but something far more dangerous? What if it's something deeper that most people fear to confront? Can you guess what it is? The answer lies in a path few dare to take, one that demands a relentless pursuit of truth. Geniuses don't just seek the truth, they obsess over it. They dismantle the world piece by piece, questioning, analyzing, and uncovering hidden patterns that others ignore. But here's the real question. If knowing the truth meant destroying everything you once believed, would you still chase it? Albert Einstein was one of them. As a young boy, he was given a small compass. It fascinated him. He couldn't understand why the needle always pointed north. This curiosity sparked an awakening. He realized the universe was filled with unseen forces waiting to be understood. This obsession led him to uncover the mysteries of time and space, forever changing history. The relentless pursuit of truth has shaped history, fueling discoveries that redefine what we know. Research from Harvard University shows that questioning reality sharpens critical thinking, enhances problem solving, and drives groundbreaking innovation. But not everyone can handle it. Truth can be painful, sensitive, and even unsettling. So, is success built on the pain of confronting it? Second, the unexplored mind. Have you ever considered the ideas you've never fully explored? Those simple questions that might have slipped your mind? What if they weren't just coincidences, but a path that countless geniuses have walked before? Signs that they have the ability to dive deeper, beyond the surface, to uncover what others overlook. Imagine lying on the grass, feeling the weight of the earth beneath you. Ever wondered why human desire is never truly fulfilled, no matter what we achieve? Given that it's the root of both good and evil, is desire itself a flaw in human nature? What if those small, passing thoughts, so simple they're easy to ignore, are the very sparks that once lit the minds of those who uncovered the extraordinary? History shows that some of the greatest minds have ventured into uncharted realms of thought. Sir Isaac Newton didn't just watch an apple fall, he questioned why it fell the way it did and why the moon doesn't fall like an apple. That simple yet profound thought led to the revolutionary concept of gravity. Similarly, at the age of 16, Albert Einstein imagined chasing a beam of light, contemplating what it would be like to travel alongside it at its speed. This contemplation led him to question the nature of light and motion, ultimately paving the way for his theory of special relativity. Harvard University has demonstrated that engaging with unstructured, abstract questions can significantly enhance creativity. Such unconventional thinking stimulates areas of the brain associated with innovation and problem solving. Additionally, research indicates that mind wandering, often a byproduct of abstract contemplation, can improve creative problem solving abilities. This suggests that embracing unconventional thoughts not only activates neural pathways linked to creativity, but also fosters novel connections, leading to groundbreaking ideas. Society often pushes us to seek quick answers and stick to structured learning, keeping us away from the discomfort of uncertainty. Yet, ignoring unconventional thoughts risks burying our true creative potential. Those who embrace these wandering ideas become pioneers, reshaping the world with innovative concepts. Third, the chamber of greatness. Have you ever seen someone achieve extraordinary success, figures such as Elon Musk or Steve Jobs, and wished you could be them? But have you ever wondered what actually built their success? It's not just about brilliance or innovation. It's the raw hard work and sacrifice. Are you willing to embrace that? The answer often lies in the discomfort you avoid. The truth is, the most brilliant minds didn't earn admiration from just their innovative ideas. They were punished by relentless self-doubt, fear, struggle, and sacrifice. Their pursuit of excellence didn't grow from applause or constant encouragement. It came from the self-critique that pushed them to refine their ideas beyond what's limited. Giordano Bruno, a philosopher and mystic who dared to challenge the universe's fabric, he proposed that stars were distant suns with their own planets and that the universe was infinite. These ideas shattered the religious dogma of his time, and for this, Bruno was burned at the stake by the Catholic Church in 1600. His death wasn't because his ideas were wrong, but because they threatened the Church's power. Bruno's relentless pursuit of truth cost him his life. He didn't stop refining his understanding, even at the cost of death. Then there's Leonardo da Vinci, whose genius extended beyond his art. Da Vinci's masterpieces, like the Mona Lisa, weren't born from sudden inspiration. They came from years of intense refinement. He would revisit his work, never settling for what was easy. His obsession with perfection led to unfinished projects and strained relationships. In his time, he was criticized for being too meticulous, for not producing enough. But today, we recognize that his dedication to perfection set him apart. Da Vinci knew greatness doesn't come from accepting the status quo. It comes from pushing boundaries. Modern research also shows that self-critique, the discomfort of questioning your ideas, fuels creativity. A Cornell University study found that those who embrace their outsider status tend to think more creatively. They use their differences as strengths, challenging norms, and fueling innovation. So, what does this mean for you? The next time you reject an idea, don't see it as failure. See it as a step toward greatness. Many settle for mediocrity, too afraid of self-critique to push further. But history wasn't made by those who played it safe. It was made by those who embraced the discomfort of refinement, who questioned, struggled, and refused to accept the status quo. Fourth, the isolation paradox. Genius isn't just a gift, it's a curse that binds the individual to solitude in the pursuit of greatness. Schopenhauer, one of the greatest philosophers, believed that intelligence does more than set you apart. It forces you to see the world with a clarity others can't grasp. It's not just about what genius perceives, it's about how it forces others to confront their own limitations, often making them uncomfortable. Imagine sharing an idea with someone, only to be met with awkward silence or confused faces. The group doesn't just ignore your topic, they dismiss it as nonsense, leaving you to question your worth, feel offended, and become isolated from the group. Schopenhauer's pessimistic philosophy, which viewed life as driven by irrational will, distanced him from both society and intellectual circles in the 19th century. His ideas were rejected, and isolation followed. Misunderstood and often ignored, Schopenhauer withdrew from public life, choosing solitude. His philosophy, which few could grasp, became the source of his isolation. This is the harsh reality. True genius often leads to isolation, as those who challenge the status quo are either driven into solitude or met with relentless ridicule, criticism, or punishment. But in the end, is it worth living for? Fifth, the hidden key to problem solving. Have you ever tried to solve a problem only for it to get worse? It's not about acing tests, getting top grades in school, or burying yourself with books in the library. Do you know what it really is? The answer isn't as complex as you think. Imagine this. You're in a moment where you feel deeply depressed, your mind clouded with negative thoughts, and all you want is to avoid the problem in front of you. On the other hand, when you're happy, you might find yourself tearing up, overwhelmed by emotion, even acting out of character. But what happens when you strip away all those distracting thoughts and focus purely on the one problem you're trying to solve? Something shifts. In that rare moment, your mind gains clarity. It begins to process every piece of information tied to the root of the issue, and slowly, the problem reveals its own answer. This is what I call the pause effect, a strategy used by geniuses to see what others overlook. It's the simple yet powerful idea that stepping back and deeply understanding a problem before rushing to solve it makes you far more effective. Albert Einstein once said, "If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes on the solution." He believed that the key to problem solving isn't speed, but deep understanding, where the problem itself reveals the answer. And this isn't just theory. Research from institutions like Harvard University has shown that taking time to analyze a situation deeply leads to more creative, thoughtful solutions. It's not about how long you work, it's about giving your mind the space to think critically and clearly. The world has always feared those who see beyond the illusion. Even isolation, suffering, and relentless refinement may feel like a curse, but they are the price of uncovering the truth. Curiosity isn't just a sense of wonder. It's the key to solving problems in ways no one else can. Those who embrace it don't merely adapt, they reshape reality itself. So, is a genius mind something you're born with, or something much deeper?